Bitcoin is breaking out right now, but in this exact video, I will talk about if this is a correct breakout and what we should be looking at next. Also, I will talk about the most important chart out there in the market, because we are right now seeing a signal that is literally suggesting another bull market is about to be happening, or we are already in the beginning phase of this next bull run. So make sure to watch this video till the end. We will be discussing the most important charts out there on this market. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap up the like button. Back above 500, that will be absolutely insane. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the imminent short term on today's update video. And once we're looking at the imminent short term for Bitcoin, we can see that Bitcoin has created somewhat of a double top structure right now. Yesterday, it had a significant pump towards the upside. However, it is already starting to be coming down a little bit here. And while this was happening, we indeed saw a breakout on this symmetrical triangle. However, first I want to say, yes, while we were retesting the upward sloping support line, we perfectly bounced from off that level, and right now we of course officially have been breaking above this downward sloping resist line here on the top side. However, I don't necessarily approach this as a confirmed breakout, since I mean, if we're looking at Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame, it looks to be that we're creating somewhat of a double top structure right here. So I'm not necessarily saying this is looking super bullish. And also just analyzing the 4 hourly time frame, just looking at the structure right here, we can currently clearly see that Bitcoin, of course, got rejected here from the top side. And this move was a very fast move towards the upside and straight away came down here. Since there are a lot of order blocks right here, I do think that this was somewhat of a liquidity grab in the market. So I don't necessarily see this as a confirmed breakout, even though Bitcoin did broke above the downward sloping resist line. And we are currently retesting it. Yes, indeed, Bitcoin could absolutely send it towards new highs. Well, probably eventually will be happening, but I won't be convinced it necessarily has to be happening right now. It could also potentially take a little bit longer, where Bitcoin potentially is going to come down again back towards the support line and then potentially bounce up here. So I'm not 100% convinced that we are necessarily going to be bouncing off this level. Why? Is because the 1 hour time frame creating a double top. Second of all, on the 4 hourly time frame, we did somewhat of a liquidity grab, and since there are a lot of orders set up right here, and since there are a lot of short orders probably set up around this level, or also set up potentially around this level, they got squeezed out and then the market started to be moving down here. So that is what I think that really happened right here for the Bitcoin price action. We are currently holding this level of support right here, but for now on, I will remain to expect there's nothing special going to be happening. Just like I said on yesterday's video, usually the biggest move on Bitcoin, they tend to be happening on Wednesdays. So let's see how it's going to be playing out, because today it's Wednesday and potentially we could get another gigantic move here. And before going further in towards the charts, guys, and if I'm actually looking towards the on-chain data, I'm seeing something very interesting, because the wallets between 2 and 5 years have actually been massively increasing in the market. Currently 2 to 5 year wallets are accounting for an approximately 37 to 38% in the market, and you can really see that these wallets really tend to be growing in periods of the bear market, and usually periods of the bear market where it is ending and where we're literally starting the next bull run. We saw it here in 2016, 2017. We saw it literally right here, last bear bull market, and once again we're seeing it again. And I do really think that the reason why the Bitcoin bull market is starting is due to the fact that no one is actually willing to sell their Bitcoin, and we can clearly see it also from the volume, because all I am doing right now here is just analyzing the news, analyzing on-chain data, and just analyzing what is actually happening on the market. And the Bitcoin volume is not necessarily increasing so significantly, but the price is still increasing, what means that there is less and less sell volume in this market, and this chart is only confirming that. And this is also suggesting that really, if this trend continues, what it very much looks like, because right now around that 35,000 US dollar region, these longer term wallets are still not selling their Bitcoin, we will probably really continue in towards the next bull run. And that is why it is very important to be paying attention towards the market right now. And of course, if you want to be trading Bitcoin and benefit from this massive volatility upwards that we're probably going to get here, make sure to sign up an account on Bybit using that link below, because if you right now sign up an account using the link below, you can claim a deposit bonus up to $40,000, and without this link it's only 400. So it's definitely a massive win-win situation. And looking at Bitcoin here on the imminent short term, yes, we are potentially creating this bearish divergence. I see many people talking about it, but honestly, you have to understand that BlackRock spot ETF has got a one-on-one backing with real Bitcoin, and we're expecting it's going to get released in approximately 60 days from now on. So this will probably instantly push Bitcoin up towards $100,000. So honestly, I am super excited about all the things that are going to be happening, and some doubt really the impact of the Bitcoin spot ETF. But let me clarify, I personally think it's going to lead towards a 100k Bitcoin sooner than than later, and it probably is going to be happening in no time. And here are 8 reasons, and I will quickly go through them because of course it's a long format of text. The first reason is that the issuers will go on a marketing campaign. The second reason is that there's going to be mainstream acceptance. A spot ETF will basically give a degree of validation to the classic stock market. We'll have more accessibility towards buying Bitcoin on the stock market in this case. Institutional investments will be stepping in. It will give a massive liquidity boost due to the fact that an ETF basically allows you to invest very easily in towards Bitcoin. It will also lead to more price stabilization since there's going to be more liquidity. And 7, it will be very interesting to invest in Bitcoin due to the fact that you can literally borrow against it and you can literally avoid some taxes in the US. So it's a very big thing over there. And also 8, it's going to give more exposure to Bitcoin. So big reasons why the impact of a spot ETF is going to be massive, and also it will have a massive impact on the price action of Bitcoin. So right now on the daily time frame, Bitcoin's still trading against resistance. I mean, nothing new here on the weekly time frame. Bitcoin's still about to go on towards overbought conditions, and honestly on the weekly time frame there are not a lot of stuff changing, but I think it's important to share the view that currently still 36.5k is the level to be breaking. And from Neon right now as well, you can clearly see we had that massive breakout. And the last thing I want to be talking about, the Bitcoin dominance has been last week coming down a little bit here, but honestly, first it had more than 10 weeks in a row of green price action on the Bitcoin dominance, and right now last week we saw altcoins boost a little bit here across the market, but honestly Bitcoin remains to be in a significant uptrend. We also saw a small little downtrend on the Bitcoin dominance right here, and right now once again we see a small slight correction, but honestly I do still think that the best time to be buying altcoins is once Bitcoin is going to start breaking its all-time high, and that is not right now here. And especially with the spot ETF, I do think that all eyes will be on Bitcoin, and that is going to be create some massive attention towards Bitcoin and not necessarily altcoins. But once the attention is there for Bitcoin, that is the point you want to be stepping into altcoins. And what I mean with attention is basically once Bitcoin breaks its all-time high, then all the attention focused to Bitcoin, and then is the point you want to be stepping into altcoin. And guys, I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna go massively into altcoins, but I am still waiting, guys, because yes, will potentially Solana pump 100%. It's still more than 95% down against Bitcoin from its all-time high, and that is why it still remains to be a big risk on buying in towards these altcoins right now. I definitely hold some altcoins in my portfolio, but let's say I'm gonna go 60 to 70% into altcoins with my portfolio once Bitcoin is going to be very close towards its all-time high. And if you follow the channel, you will be knowing. But anyways, guys, this is it for me in today's update video. Subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, and see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.